pros, it's global. I think it's really quite exciting to actually have that intellectual, stimulus and kind of figuring out what's going on in different places and what can I learn from here and what can I learn from there. The con is that it can be bureaucratic, that it can be, there's lots of forms and templates and things that it can sometimes feel like, where are we going with this? So it's a bureaucracy, and it can be slow, exactly.
Yeah. Because expectations of the client will be very different in different markets. It has to be horses for courses, but within the structure of a kind of overall global point of view, where people understand what it is that we're all collectively trying to achieve, but then they're focused day to day on delivering for their local client, because that's where the key relationship is going to be for them.
It's one of those great things about working in a global sort of business though, isn't it? That you don't sort of learn and you don't grow up thinking that there is only one solution to things. You always think, well, I know this country does it this way, this country does it this way. You think there are lots of different solutions to the same problem. You've always got that little sort of file in your head that says, well, okay, we can't do it that way, but in so-and-so country, this is how we solve it.
And I think that's also, how you learn new tricks. You learn from people and how they've approached problems and how they've solved issues. And then you can also start connecting them to each other, so that you say, well, have you talked to so-and-so in Australia, because they've had exactly the same kind of problem and they've got about it differently. I also think the other thing you learn kind of maybe as you get older is you also learn to be very clear about what you don't know as well as what you do know. And I think in any global organisation, if you ever try and give the impression you have all the answers, it's not credible, because our business is too complicated, it's too diverse. The range of what we do even for the same client across lots and lots of different countries is so different, and local conditions are so different. You can't sit in the centre and hand out tablets of stone with the answer. It just doesn't work like that. You have to be very much more collaborative, I think, in how you come to the right solution.
But sometimes the global network doesn't work well also, right?
Yeah, God.
So what happens there?
I know. We work in communication, people, but we don't communicate. It can be difficult, and I think working across time zones, working across cultures, and the funniest thing, all of the truisms that you hear of a market, the Germans are efficient.
Yes, all the stereotypes.
They all stand true, and it is absolutely true, and you have to just compensate for that and give different deadlines depending on the market you're working with, because it can sometimes tumble down upon you.